rubber guard, and I want to point out a couple of things. For me personally, most of the people do lots of mistakes. It was already in the beginning. They try to use the rubber guard very square, which is not really working. It's bad for your knees, bad for your groin muscles, and it's not really effective if somebody is really sweating. So the easiest way to break somebody down is, let's say, he is really aware of my rubber guard. He doesn't want to get in my rubber guard as well, at all. And he's doing the perfect thing. He is trying to go on my hips, so I cannot move nothing. I just concentrate and go behind his triceps. And now it's a waiting game. So the second he wants to get up on his legs, I got to use this, pull him in, bring my, I'm a left-handed guys.
Okay.
I'm going to bring my right hand like a tight clinch behind his head with an open hand. I bring my elbow inside. And I put my hips out to the side, I shift, and I grab my leg as high as possible towards my knee, and I point my toes towards my knee. And so this, when he would do some pressure on me, for example, you go a little bit up, this would be bad because he goes up. It's really bad for my knees, bad for my hips. So how can I prevent this? I try to go to the side and put my leg pressure down to the floor. And the more I push this down, the more likely my knee goes already in front of his bicep, which is obviously great, because if I'm really sick, I just push my heel of his hand away, and I go over here. I have already a beautiful setup for the triangle.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
So that's just, first of all, again, push him up, pull. I get what we call free New York, because I don't have to put the arm anymore, right? Okay. And as I mentioned, I put my pressure down. There are 2-3 different advantages over here. First of all, no pressure on my knee. Second of all, even if I have really retarded flexibility, it's very easy to do this. So even somebody who's not flexible will be able to do this, right? And from here I have tons of options too. Let's say he bridges up now. I switch my grip. I always point my toes towards my knee. First of all, I protect my knee. And second of all, I will show you later on. It's a much better control. And you see there's already pressure here on his neck. Now I control his wrist and I pull him up to the ceiling. And I go around his wrist, do a triangle. I grab my own shin and I twist my wrist. If this doesn't work, I go under his armpit. I got my own shin, I push on his hip to the side and got my knee. And now, again, I point my toes towards my knee. Now I shift my hip from here as far as I can to the side. I always visualize I go up here, which is not working, but, sorry. And now I do a leg curl, and I will have a triangle here. Now I go from the tricep, it's okay, you're okay. And I go from the shoulder down above the elbow. I bring my elbows together like a triangle, and my head and my shoulder is catching his arm, and I pull off inverted arm right here.
Yep.
This doesn't work. I focus on sliding away. I don't go in a big circle here because you can just pull out, right? I don't want to have this. I want to go really slowly, go here, recross my feet, obviously go armbar here.
Yep.
Doesn't work. I'm going to put him down with pressure to the floor. Catch the arm, you can take it here. Cross face. Put him to the side. Keep both of my hands on my shoulders wide. Defend. Bring down your hand. Really difficult time right now. Now really sit down on his head. Switch my grip. Figure 4. 5 on 5. Rotate. Now I block with my chest, my belly, and do a small circle on. Keep the leg on top and this underneath his body. And if I can, I will grab his tricep here. Ready? And now, squeeze my legs. Thumb is up. Now the arm. Again.
So you got a whole series you make.
I never go for a single technique. I don't believe in single techniques. I believe always in series.
Okay.
You know, so for me, Jiu-Jitsu is like a circle. In every degree, you should have at least 7 to 10 different submissions.
Okay.
So first of all, your defense is going to be much tighter, in my opinion. And my experience says, if I have somebody who's really tough, like Tobias, right? Almost unchokeable. I don't want to waste my energy if I have 5, 6 competitors in front of me just to complete or to have a big ego, right? So I like to make it as fluent as possible. So I believe in soft jiu-jitsu, even though when people train with me, I think I go pretty hard. But it's actually not the case. I try to be very round. I like Rickson too, Rickson Gracie, and he's famous for small circle jiu-jitsu, small pressure circle jiu-jitsu, and I try to involve this.
Okay.
You see? So again, behind the tricep, waiting game, he gets up. But lucky, free New York, he bridges up. That's the moment where I cross grip. And that's why I go with my elbow inside and as close as possible already towards my knee. If I go here, it's not going to work, right? So I want to go as close as possible here. And the second he goes up, I just cross grip. He can even pass my knee right now. It's already passed. Because if it's passed, I have to pull him up or it's not going to work. I grab his wrist, I pull him up, and now, whoop, they're on top. This can happen too, and I take it here. That's already it. But if not, I go under here, grab my own shin, shift to the side, because it's a triangle, not a tri-square, right? And I go away with my hips, shift, leg curl. I go on the shoulder, bring it down, beginning of his elbow, bring my elbows together, and catches with my head and my shoulder, and pull down towards my chest. Now I keep the elbow where it is, I shift, recross, armbar here, can do a reverse if you already. Or I can take it here again if I want. Or I pull him to the side. Keep it up so I cannot defend. And I always bend my wrist down, by the way. So he gets already pressure here. Rotation to the side. Block with my chest or my belly. Try to stay with my ass very low. Even when I don't get the tricep. I do something. Brunssum showed me. I pull here, I pull here. Really bad. Okay? What's the first sequence?
Okay.
Now I will show you the second sequence. Okay. This time he's on my bicep. My biceps. So now it's almost like Brunssum. I try to go to this side, and I have a free New York.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And again, I do the pressure here, but he passes my leg.
Yeah.
And this time I do, which is called now system the V2. So I go under his armpit, I point my toes, as I mentioned. That's a big advantage. So you don't have to think about it anymore. I like to catch it here in an inverted armbar already.
Okay.
Now I control the tricep and I pull him around. Careful so it doesn't get hurt. And now I have muscle get it here. One. Get it here again. That's the second.
Okay.
The third one would be, you don't have to repeat this because you have it here, come on anyway, just stick it. So the third one would be, he's holding like crazy here. No, keep it like this. Yeah. If you do this, it's a fourth one. And now I just go behind him with both, and I open my gut. I pull him down like this. Again, right away, tight clinch. Pull in. He passes my leg. This time I clear the neck.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pause a little bit, Toby. I put it on the floor again. Now I loop the grip of my arm around his neck here. And I just grab my toes, my foot as low as possible. You see? There's no pressure on my knee. And that's it. If it doesn't work, grab the hip. Try to keep him here and try to keep this. And sometimes a posture up. That's how I keep him. Okay? Slap him out. Under his armpit. If he rolls over, Concentrate on his toes.
Yeah.
Figure 4. That my receive.
Yes.
Take the oar.
Yeah.
I push. And I have the arm back.
Yeah.
We call this the baby arm.
Okay.
No, he's a master in the system already. He started this already for years. This guy will not give you a free zombie or free New York. So he walked a little bit. So he was just going here. I still go the same stuff. Go here. So this time I try to double lock up his shoulders. And this time I focus to get his elbow in the middle of my stomach to get an armbar, that my knee goes to my shoulder, it will, and I go to what we call crackhead control. So if I have a bad position, I cannot shift my weight. I go here, as you can see, because my movement from my knee goes to the shoulder, it shifts his elbow in. Now I got lucky, God gave me really long legs, so I can now twist my elbow in, and maybe I get a tap already here.
Yeah, all right.
And if not, I double shoulder lock. Now I use this as a lever. Now my focus is to take this arm, I put it under his elbow if I can, and I take the arm.
All right,
Okay?
Okay.
This looks very simple, but that's the most, that's probably one of the highest percentage you're going to get. You know, lots of times people do this too. They keep the biceps, they grab the biceps, right? And they lean in front. Big mistake. Double lock the shoulders again. Now I have a double. You see, so I'm using old game, normal traditional jiu-jitsu, and try, as I mentioned, to mix it up.
Okay.
So now we do the invisible color. So let's say I got this. Now I'm smart, I go here and I take a zombie I have in New York. Okay? And here I clear the neck and I keep it. And now I do what's invisible color. Now my elbow is going to choke in this way. And here I have an inverted armbar. But for this one you need long legs or pretty good flexibility.
Okay.
All those ones I just showed, the last one is the one goes most on your knees. So if you have pre-damaged knees, don't do this one.
Okay.
All the other ones are very safe on your knees.
Okay.
So, but the key point again is that first of all, that you control his posture, that you really bring your elbow in to control him. The higher you go on his head, give him a Kopf hoch, the more difficult it's going to be him to get up. If I go here, it's not good, right?
It's going to go up,
Right? It's physics, right? And right away from here, I bring my elbow in for the control, and I try to bring this in, and I just shift, and now I can actually do whatever I want, right?
Okay.
So this is what I think it's the most practical really in competition. It's easy to learn, but you have to put in 5,000 to 10,000 reps.
Okay.
Questions?
You only want to practice high percentage moves,
It's all high percentage.
Okay.
The first one I showed you was a reverse grip. I call him Germinator 1. Because I'm not saying I invented the wheel, but I'm the one who actually modified it so it works. I'm not saying I taught like 1,000 black belts with it, but it's a black belt tipper because they're not see it coming. And it's so difficult because even if you have a great guy, right, who is like really, really good, you know, but if you post this up, you know, even if I'm here and he passes my knee already, so he passed my knee, right, it's very difficult to find, because I put it this way, right? That's how I undergo all the problems with the passing. And when I really grab this, he can. So this is my opinion. It's a gift. So you have my secret right now on camera because this one I showed, but people underestimate this one right now.
Okay.
And this one would be the highest percentage for people who know our system big time. Right. You know, this would be the one where they already bridge him up. So to get space, by the way, I forgot this. I use a fist choke.
Okay.
So this gives me
wait. On the left side,
Okay.
Show
me.
I'm here,
Show me, please. I'm hugging,
and
he goes just a half inch up, yeah?
Yeah.
And I use this and I go back, right?
Yeah, okay.
Right? So boom, this one I want to take this one. This is my lever. Boom.
Yeah, okay. When you practice it, it looks easy, but it isn't.
No, obviously your hip movements have to be perfect. You have to be very soft in your hips. The pressure points have to be perfect. But it's really doable. You have to have a partner. You start with no resistance, and then step by step you're going to increase the resistance. Then you go live in sparring. The last one works only with, is the only one who works with people who really know the systems. Or the first one, the Germinator one, that's the one. That's the one. Because you're able to shift your hips all the way to the side, right?
Yeah.
So even if you pass you and you control the wrist, there's no way he can get in. You know?
Okay.
So that's physics.
Okay.
Now I would like to show you the electric shear, because electric shear is one of the most effective weapons in our half guard game, and people do it all the time wrong, and then they say, oh, it doesn't work. Now, there are a couple of key points I would like to show.
All right.
Train a little bit first, otherwise it gets so cold.
Ja? Wollt ihr das drehen?
Können wir nachher dann durchtrainieren.
Oder so, okay. Gut.
Ja, passt. Ja. Macht euch schon mal warm. Ja, macht ja die Kniebeugen, die wir vorher gemacht haben. Ne? 20 Kniebeugen.